sharp end at Marienborg. So here we go again, and alongside Zach Ripley, who pulled off the biggest gamble in history in qualifying, it's going to be a good one. Ripley and Lloyd, McNeely and Van Toff, Meyer and Edqvist, then it's Sam Balota and Gilles Stadsbader, from Ken-Oscar Algra and Alicia Barrett, Radican and Leben, Rowledge and Juliet, Gilbert and Saab, Boyer and Moore, Pardo and Bolatska, and then Ivanov and Janssen, Germansen Dai and Karapik, Andranako and Nureddini, then Spinkovic, Hakala, Grundal, Reshepi, Intrafivazak, Kuhn and Jakobsen. Now obviously the other man in the mix there should be Abdulrahman Fry, but he had a visa complication and unfortunately he's not been able to attend. And we were rather looking forward to seeing him in the Biralat Middle Eastern squad take part this weekend, but it is not to be, and hopefully we'll see him out at Castelletto. So the drivers are just on their formation lap at the moment as they get the tyres and brakes up to temperature. Once they come past turn 3, they will start to form up in position once again. And Zach Ripley is going to have a very interesting mission on his hands here as he tries to get one over on Alex Lloyd. He didn't quite manage it in the first race of the weekend. In the second race he's got another opportunity, but it's hotter now than it has been all weekend on this bone-dry circuit. And so now it's all going to come down to the composure and resolve of these drivers, who once again are going to need to be very, very calm and collected about this. On the first lap we already saw in race 1 that it didn't quite go the way they wanted it to, and there were a few drivers who really suffered as a result. So now the drivers are getting themselves lined up into their tram lines on the 2 rows around the circuit, and it's going to be Alex Lloyd alongside Zach Ripley, the pole position sitter, Liam McNeely, his teammate for Zach Ripley, in behind him, and Delano Van Toff, the fusion driver, in 4th position from Max Meyer, Wilgert Edqvist, Sam Balota, Gilles Stadsbader, Ken-Oscar Algra and Alicia Barrett. So there's a lot of opportunity for these drivers to make up progress. Can Marty Boyer get out of the war zones this time after being punted off in the gaggle of cars going sideways at turn 2? 6 drivers involved in that incident, and all of them out of the race by lap 4. So let's see how it all goes for the leaders up front. Ripley, Lloyd, McNeely, Van Toff, Meyer, Edqvist, Balota, Stadsbader, Algra and Barrett as they come off the turn and getting ready for action once again. This time it's a clean start straight away, and Alex Lloyd again is trying to squeeze into the lead round the outside through turn 1. He's going to get compromised, but he's not going to allow Delano Van Toff if he's got an opportunity to come round the outside, and squeezes into the lead of the race. What a move from Lloyd! Straight round the outside, and there's 2 of them off further back. And that looks like one of the fusion carts has come off the road there. Trying to see who that is that's dropped back down the order. I think that's Alicia Barrett who's fallen down the order a little bit. And I think going with her, that might well have been Tom Leben, who's dropped back a little bit further down the order. So a couple of drivers impeded, unfortunately. Leben has lost considerably less time than Alicia Barrett has. But up to 2nd position immediately comes Delano Van Toff up the inside of Ripley. And that leaves the door wide open for Liam McNeely to come through as well. Is that McNeely there in 3rd position? I think it is. So they come through no problem at the end of the first lap. It's all fine and dandy for Alex Lloyd, who's got a bit of a gap. Delano Van Toff is next. And then, no, that's Edqvist in 3rd. My apologies. It is the Swede, Wilgert Edqvist. And then it is Zach Ripley. He's up the inside, making the bid to come through. That is a nice jostle for position. Liam McNeely goes back up to the inside, and Zach Ripley makes up a place. My apologies. Ripley goes up the inside, and that is a move from Max Meyer, the Spaniard, trying to make his way through as well. Great jostles for position in the opening lap as the concertina effect starts to go down the order. Now this time it's a much cleaner getaway, so Marty Boyer and Lewis Gilbert are still in position, but interestingly, Marty Boyer has actually got ahead of his championship rival Lewis Gilbert this time, so he's got a lot of work to do, but he's making progress. Is up the inside, that's Gilles Stadsbader. The Belgian has got through Max Meyer. So Stadsbader makes the move, but Meyer's going to commit to the last corner and gets through. Good move there on Stadsbader from the Spaniard Max Meyer. So he goes through into 4th position. And 5th position, Stadsbader just trying to stay with him. 6th place is Liam McNeely. And up the inside, Stadsbader goes again to Meyer, and that's going to let McNeely get through as well, is it? Yes, unfortunately Meyer has got to concede the position, and that's going to allow a move from further back as up the inside comes Khalid Saab to get past Wilgert Edqvist. So a really exciting start to proceedings. Meanwhile, out in front, Alex Lloyd has got the lead, but he's being caught by Delano Van Toff as the normal ebb and flow of the race really starts to jog on, and Stadsbader tries to keep back the 48 of Liam McNeely, but it's not going to happen. McNeely is looking very feisty today as he comes up the inside. Stadsbader is going to try and get him on the undercut, and Max Meyer is going to try and get on the inside there for comfort, but Top in second, and now Stadsparta's going to lose 2 places as McNeely's gone through. Has got very carefully on with this job and is starting to work onto the back of Alex Lloyd once again. Can Alex Lloyd make his way to the victory dais for the second time in as many races? Meanwhile, further back, there's a little bit of jostling and moving as Beltsmoor has got past on the inside there, and Marty Boyer's made up a place as well. Now, where is Lewis Gilbert? He's struggling to come through that gaggle of carts. It's 3 wide over the line as Victor Pardo and the 81 of Wilget Edqvist, who is going backwards through the field. They are struggling for position. And now Delano Van Toff is leading. Van Toff is in the lead. I was so busy looking at the battle further back, I didn't notice Van Toff go through to the lead. But Alex Lloyd is there in second position, still battling away for the victory. So, out in front it is Delano Van Toff, and then in second place Alex Lloyd, still very much in the mix. There's plenty of time. 36 is still third, that is Ripley, then it's McNeely, Meyer, Stadsparta, Saab, Algra, Radican, Balota, Moore, Boyer and Pardo. So there comes Marty Boyer, having got past Sam Balota. Balota is squeezed out of position there by the Spaniard Marty Boyer. And as they come through at the end of lap 3, there's 3 laps to go, my apologies. So we have now got 3 laps to go. And up the inside, Meyer's going to get on the inside and make the move for 4th position, past Liam McNeely, and he's got there. So Max Meyer gets himself into P4. Superb driving at the moment as the race continues on. And a dive up the inside, that's a late lunge for Stadsparta, and Stadsparta gets through. Good move there from Gilles Stadsparta, so he is up into 5th position behind Max Meyer. So it's Delano Van Toff in the lead, Alex Lloyd in second place, then it is Ripley, 4th place is Meyer, then it is Stadsparta, McNeely, and in 7th position, that is Khaled Saab. So still these 2 battling away for position, and there's a retirement further back. Now that is the 74 out of the race, unfortunately. That is Tazanopol and Thrafuvazak, who was very, very fast in the early phase of the race. But unfortunately, Tazanopol and Thrafuvazak has not been able to show his true pace here today compared to the speed he showed on Thursday and Friday. So now Delano Van Toff there in the first position in front of Alex Lloyd as these 2 continue to battle, but it's not going to be long before Max Meyer is on the tail of Zach Ripley for 3rd position. Fastest lap of the race, Marty Boyer. Now he's got a clean bit of track in front of him. He is closing up to the back of, I think that is got to be, I'm trying to see who that is that's next up in the line. I think that's Josh Ratican in the 37 who is next in line. No, it's not. It's the 20 of Alicia Barrett who has got herself further up the order. So Alicia Barrett was in 17th position in the last time she came around. I'm not entirely sure why she's showing up there. Maybe there's a technical difficulty or, that we're not quite on top of, but 1 lap to go. Final lap, and Alex Lloyd, having got himself back into position, right in there behind Delano Van Toff. There's a good chance of a move coming up. So let's see if we're going to see Alex Lloyd go for that move as Max Meyer has got himself up in a 3rd position. A big squeeze further back behind them is now a good tussle for 6th position. That's Khaled Saab having got past Liam McNeely. Meanwhile, Alex Lloyd is lining up Delano Van Toff here on the last lap. Is there going to be a chance to get through? 3 corners to go, and Alex Lloyd is close. But Delano Van Toff in 1st position. There's not much of a chance to get through unless Alex Lloyd is going to be very hungry. But 2nd position will still do, considering that Delano Van Toff was 2nd in the first race. They're going to be dead level on points as they come through here. Delano Van Toff takes the victory. Alex Lloyd in 2nd place. Good work from the pair of them. Really exciting stuff. 3rd position for Max Meyer. That's a really good run from the Spaniard. Zach Ripley in 4th from Stadsparta. Saar, Radican, McNeely, Boyer and Balota. With Tom Levin in 11th position from Lewis Gilbert up to 12th. He found it much harder to come through the pack this time. So 12th position is the best he can go for from that race. Herbert's Moore to 13th, Ken Oscar Alga 14th and Josh Rowledge 15th. So a very mixed bag of results there from the drivers in the mix. But Delano Van Toff makes it 2 different winners from this set of heats in the juniors. Alex Lloyd won the first heat, Delano Van Toff wins the second, but Alex Lloyd keeps himself in touch in 2nd place from Max Meyer, Zach Ripley, Gilles Stadsparta and Khaled Saab. Then it is Josh Radican and Liam McNeely from Marty Boyer fighting back to 9th, and Sam Balota in 10th. Then it is Tom Levin and championship leader Lewis Gilbert in 12th place fighting his way back. Herberts Moore and Ken Oscar Algra, then Josh Rowledge and Victor Pardo, Alicia Barrett 17th, then Wilgot Edqvist in 18th from Linus Janssen and Jerzy Spinkovic, Sam Bolatska, Enzo Julier down in 22nd from Ronan Hakala and Manos Sandai. Then in 25th it is Evan Reshepi from Alex Ivanov, Frederick Jakobsen, Jot Kuhn, Rimo Kadapik, Torben Grundal, Vincent Andronako and Helen Narodini, with just the one retirement from that race, namely Tazanapal Ithrovavazak. Well, a very exciting race then from the juniors. We're going to get the seniors out in just a moment, but definitely fever pitch action here at Wackersdorf in this third round of the IAME X30 European Championship. The juniors have had their second of 3 heats today. Time to move on to the seniors. So time for the 7th race of the weekend, which is X30 Senior Qualifying Heat for Groups A and C. And that puts Mark Kimber on the inside line for pole position once again, with Joe Turney alongside him on this particular occasion, the 257. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they run from the front row of the grid. Mark Kimber and Joe Turney, the 2 drivers who have walked away with heat victories thus far today. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue on. And just watching over at the far side of the circuit, that is Tazanapol and Ithrovavazak getting his kart recovered. And unfortunately, his weekend is not going as well as he was expected to go at this early stage of the weekend. But there is still time for him to come back. And the young Taiwanese driver has been, the young Thai driver, sorry, has been a very, very strong performer over the course of the last 2 days of testing. But it's in the races where things have become very difficult. So a long day at the office expected then for Tazanapol Ithrovavazak. But in the seniors, we've got Mark Kimber and Joe Turney, the previous heat winners, on the front row of the starting grid. First and second on the front row of the grid, and only one of them can take this heat victory. Behind them it is Joey van Splinteren on the inside line in 3rd position, and in 4th place it is going to be Matilda Olsen, who did so well, of course, in her earlier heat to come home in 2nd place. Javier Hansen is then on the 3rd row of the grid alongside Nicolas Pico, the Belgian and the French drivers respectively. Then in 4th position it is the Jordanian racer Manav Hijawi, and alongside Hijawi is Niels Kuhlen. And then we have Valentino Fritsch alongside Leonardo Caglioni to round